Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to the Missy Money channel. I'm Missy, I'm a mom of 3 and the owner of Missy Money, a small business that specializes in minimalist and aesthetic cash stuffing essentials to help inspire and motivate you on your personal finance journey. Today I'm going to be doing a cash condensing, so if you're interested in learning more, stay tuned. All right, guys, I kind of decided to do this on the fly. I just filmed my Magic Month cash stuffing and realized that a lot of those binders in my Magical Vacation Savings Challenge and my Holiday Savings Challenge are just getting a little full. So I only took out $500 from the bank because I didn't even go into the bank. I just went into the drive-through ATM, and that was the max that I could take out. So I got $400 in 100s. And then $100 in 50s. And so that's going to be my starting cash. All right, guys, so I think I'm going to go ahead and start with my Magical Vacation Savings Challenge for this condensing. For those of you that are new to condensings, cash condensing is all about just taking lower denomination bills that are in our envelopes and swapping them out for higher denomination bills and or swapping them out for placeholder bills if you've got the flexibility to do that, and then holding that cash in the bank. So if you've got specific questions about cash condensings or how they work, you can go ahead and visit my Ultimate Guide to Cash Stuffing video, which explains the process in detail. But I'll go ahead and explain as I kind of move through this condensing as we go through. So again, this one desperately needs a condensing. You can see from the profile that there are a lot of envelopes here with lots of bills. So this process will help just kind of keep this folder more organized. So I'm going to go ahead and just go through in order here. I know some of these don't need to be condensed, but a lot of them definitely do. So airfare is one that I know I can condense down to a placeholder. I just finished filling out the rest of this challenge, so I should have $2,000 here. I'm going to go ahead and count it up, and if I have $2,000, then we will just swap that in for a placeholder because that'll be fully funded. So I have a $1,000 placeholder. I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to go ahead and organize my cash before I give it a count here. So let's get this all organized. All right, so we should have $1,000 in cash here with this $1,000 placeholder. So let's go ahead and make sure that's the case. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 800, 20, 40, 60, 80, 900, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, $1,000. Okay, so that I am going to go ahead and put over into my cash tray here, which is awesome. Whoop. And then we will I'm just going to make a note to myself off here to the side that that I am putting in another $1,000 into placeholders. Now I'm saying another $1,000 into placeholder because I already had a $1,000 placeholder in that envelope. So I'm actually going to take that out, and then I'm going to swap that with a $2,000 placeholder. So I already had a $1,000 placeholder in that envelope. So there's $1,000 sitting in my bank account that is tied to airfare. And now once I deposit the $1,000 in cash, then I will have $2,000 in my bank account that's tied to airfare for the Magical Vacation Savings Challenge. So that one is now fully funded, which is amazing. And all of the money for airfare will be sitting in the bank, which means that we can go ahead and book those tickets, which is awesome. All right, I'm just going to check. A lot of these I don't think will be able to be condensed, but some of them will. So packing has $30. I can go ahead and swap a 10 and 2 5s for 20. Sometimes in condensings there's not a ton you can do, but we will do what we can for some of these ones that we don't have as much. Pre-trip prep is already condensed down as much as possible. Accommodations, I'm pretty sure is just a placeholder right now. Let's check that. Yep, just a placeholder, which is great. It's already condensed down. Transportation, I don't think we can do anything with because I don't think I've added anything to this in a while. Yep, just 25, so nothing we can do there. All right, food and drinks. Let's see if there's anything we can do here. So 100, 20. We can swap out the 5s the 10 for a 20. What am I doing? Hello. All right, tickets. I don't know if there's anything we can do, but we can see. All right, so we've got 360. So I'm gonna take 2 20s and a 10 and swap that for a 50. A little bit more condensed. All right, entertainment. We can swap the 10 and 2 5s for a 20. All right, activities. This already as condensed as it can be. Spending, already condensed as we can be. I think souvenirs is just a 20, yep, so that's as condensed as it can be as well. Emergency is as condensed as it can be as well. Pet care is just a 10, so that's as condensed as it can be. I think miscellaneous is just a 10. All right, so other is where we're gonna be able to make another big difference here. So I should have $2,000 in other because I've got 10 symbols filled in at $200 a pop. I've got a $1,000 placeholder in there, so let's go ahead and get this organized because we should have another $1,000 in cash. All right. Alrighty. All right, let's see what we've got here. So 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, 550, 600, 650, 700, 750, 800, 850, 870, 890, 910, 930, 950, 970, 990, $1,000. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this all into my cash tray here. I got a lot of 50s in this one. All right. And then I'm going to take this $1,000 placeholder and again swap it for a $2,000 placeholder. So now all of that got condensed down to a placeholder. Now I had a $1,000 placeholder in there. So I need to account for that additional $1,000 in placeholder that is going to the bank. So when I do my tally at the end of this, I know how much I should have in my cash tray. So that is now my new profile for this binder, which is a lot better. So we will go ahead and put that one away. All right, next we are going to go ahead and condense down the holidays savings challenge. So first we will start with Valentine's Day. I just finished this one out, so I am going to go ahead and count this up, make sure that there's $100, and then swap it out for higher denomination bills. So let's get organized here first. It's 5, some more ones, a 20 and a 10. Okay, so there should be $100 here total, so let's just double check and make sure that's the case. So we've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. All right, I'm gonna put all of this over into the cash tray and then I think just swap it for a 100. Yeah, 5, okay. All right, so we will take a 100 for Valentine's Day. And then that one's all set. All right, I don't know that there's a ton more we can condense in here, but we'll just do the double check. So St. Patrick's Day should have $12. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. We'll just swap the 5s and the singles for a 10. Not a lot there, but it's something. Easter has 30. Nothing we can do about that. Mother's Day has 35. Nothing we can do there. Father's Day has 50, so we can do the $50 bill. So I'm going to put the 20s in here. Whoop. And we'll just do a 50. Cookout has 2 5s, so we will swap that for a 10. Fourth of July is empty. Let's see, Celebrate. Celebrate has 3 5s, so I'll just swap 2 of those for a 10. Celebrate for us is saving for our anniversary, but it's a flex fund. So if you celebrate something else that's not covered in the Holiday Savings Challenge, you can always use the Celebrate for that. All right, Halloween is already as condensed as it can be, $60. So we will go ahead and put that back. Thanksgiving I should be able to do something with. So I think we should have $50 here. Let's double check that, and then so we can swap it for 50. So we've got 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So we can swap that out. I can't believe we've got $50 saved up for Thanksgiving already. That's awesome. It is a fifth of the way through. All right, and Christmas we can definitely do something with. So so Christmas should have $400. So let's go ahead and count that. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. 20, 40, 60, 80, 400. So I'm going to put all of that in. Then we will grab 400s. Put that back in here, which is much better. And then New Year's just has the 5, which we can't do anything with. So that is awesome. That makes that a lot more manageable. And because I already have a good amount in my cash tray, I actually think I'm going to do a count and reconciliation just for savings challenges. And then I think I'm going to do kind of a part 2 to this video. I don't even know that I'll film that today. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and do a reconciliation now, and then we'll do a part 2 where I condense down sinking funds. I normally do it all in one swoop, but just seeing how much we have here, I think it probably makes sense to split it into 2 parts. So I should, in this cash tray, have $2,500. I started with $500 of starting cash, and then I had an additional $1,000 placeholder that went into my airfare challenge and the Magical Vacation Savings Challenge, and then an additional $1,000 placeholder that went into the other challenge, which is for our cruise fare and the Magical Vacation Savings Challenge as well. So when I count all of this up, I'm going to go ahead and get it all in a pile here. When I count all of this up, I should have $2,500 that is heading back to the bank. So we will go ahead and give this a count, and if it's correct, then we will go ahead and make a trip to the bank. So let's go ahead, and as I get piles of $1,000, I will put them into the cash tray. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 750, 800, 850, 900, 950, 1,000. 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 50, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 800, 20, 40, 60, 80, 900, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1000. So we should have $500 left. So 100, 200, 300, 400. Guys, bless me. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 400, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. So $500. So $2,500 exactly condensed out and going into the bank for my savings challenges. So that is awesome. All right, guys, part 2 of this condensing. It has, I'm going to be honest with you all, been a couple days since we did the first condensing, and that has just been life. Lately, it's been a little bit crazy. So I did, though, want to kind of create a complete condensing video and just wanted to completely condense for myself as well. And so in this part 2, we are going to be condensing sinking funds. Again, I did not make it into the bank. Well, yesterday I went to the bank and deposited everything that I had from part 1 of the condensing. And then today I didn't go into the bank. I just went through the ATM and got what I could for this condensing. So similar to part 1, I am starting with $500 from the bank. I've got 400 in $100 bills and then $150 bills. So that's going to be our starting point. We'll see how far it takes us. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do sinking funds in this part. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with my long-term sinking funds here, and we will just kind of go in order and see what we can do. So starting with medical, we'll see what we've got. Medical already has a $500 placeholder. Let's see what else we've got in here. So 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. 1,100, 1,150. So I'm going to keep a 100 and a 50. And then I'm going to put this $500 into here. And then I'm actually going to take this $500 placeholder and swap that out for a $1,000 placeholder. So now I've got $1,150, so same amount, going back in here. All right, and then I'm just going to make a note to myself that I just added another $500 worth of placeholder into medical. And again, it's just $500 more of placeholder because I started with a $500 placeholder and now there's a $1,000 placeholder in there. So, all right, insurance. Insurance, let's see what we've got. We have got $120. So I'm going to keep a 20 here. We will swap that out with a 100. Okay, home has 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 410. So I think I'm just going to take the 20s and swap that out for a 100. All right, car. Car has 100, 200, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 295. All right, we're going to keep the $200. And then I'm just going to pop all of this in and we will take out 95 in the most condensed way possible. So I'm going to do a 50, 2 20s, and a 5. A little bit better. All right, subscriptions has 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Keep a 10, do a 50. Put the rest of it in there. All right, annual passes has 20, 30, 40, 50, 65. So we will keep 15, and we will swap this out for a 50. All right, let's see what birthdays has. We just spent a good amount of this for Maverick's birthday and then putting the deposit down on Remy's. So birthdays only has $70 left. That is as condensed as it can be. So we will go ahead and just keep that as is. Kindness Projects has 50, 150, 60, 70. So I will take 2 50s, swap that out for 100, and then I'll take the 2 10s and swap that out for a 20. All right, and then clothing. Let's see what we've got in here. So we've got 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 25, 30. So 230. So I think I'm gonna do a 20. And then I'll take a 10 and 2 100s. So that'll be 230. Back into clothing. All right, and that's as condensed as we can get our long-term sinking funds. All right, and let's see what we can do in our short-term sinking funds. So short-term sinking funds, there may be some categories that you want to give yourself still a mix of bills if you kind of reach into them often as you're doing your card reconciliation. In some cases, I might do that. In some cases, I might just go as condensed as possible. So let's see what we've got in shopping. We've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 110. How many 100s do I have? I think I'm going to swap my 20s for 2 50s just because I do mostly Amazon purchases with this, and sometimes they're not over $100. So I'm just going to give myself a little bit of flexibility with those 50s. All right, date night. We actually went on a date night for my birthday. This is the first time in a long time we've spent the money in this envelope. So super excited to be able to do that. So date night only has $20 left. I'm gonna swap those 5s for a 20. We will start building that back up. All right, family fun. Family fun has 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, 280, 285. So I'll keep the 100. I'll keep the 50. That's 70. And then we'll keep that. So let's put this back in and make sure that that's right. So we should have 285. So 100, 200, 50, 70, 85. Perfect. A little bit better for family fun. Beauty and grooming. Beauty and grooming has 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. So I'm going to take these 20s and I'm going to swap those for 2 50s instead. All right, self-care has 100, 20, 25, 30. So I'll just swap those 2 5s out for a 10. All right, Lola and Luna. Lola and Luna have 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, so 440. So I'm going to do 100, 200, 300, 400, 40. And we will put the rest of this over here. Perfect. All right. We are out of 100, so we'll just see what we can do. Gifts, I don't think has much in it at all. Yeah, just 20, so we'll keep that in there. School has 100, 150, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 350. I don't think that there's a ton I can do here, but we can do 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350. It's a little bit better. It's always these last 2 envelopes where I like run out of the higher denominations. I need to pull more out next time. All right, and then Oops. Oops has 50, 100, 120, 130, 140, 150, 155, 160, 165, 170. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that 50. We'll keep the 20, and then everything else will go in the tray. So 170, perfect. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and reconcile what we should have in the cash tray here. So I am expecting to have $1,000 of cash that is going to go back to the bank. $500 of that was my starting cash, and then $500 is the additional placeholder funds that went into my medical envelope in my long-term sinking funds. So that means that I should have $1,000 going to the bank. So let's go ahead and count this up and make sure that that's the case. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 800, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 900, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, $1,000. Awesome. So that means that we did that condensing right. So for those of you that stuck in for part 1 and now part 2 of this cash condensing video, I just want to thank you so much. Hopefully you found this cash condensing interesting and just the process of condensing interesting as well. I'm super excited to have binders that are a little bit more organized now. And as always, if you are on your own personal finance journey, I wish you a simple budget, a calm mind, and a happy life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.